Good afternoon, thanks for tuning in to our latest broadcast. Today we're going to look at the verse that's on our April calendar, if you've got it available or hanging up on your wall. And the verse is this: Jesus was speaking to his followers and he said to them, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." Now, I think that's a pretty simple, straightforward verse. I think it's reasonably clear what it's teaching us, but maybe it just needs a moment or two's explanation. We know what it is to love each other, our wife, our friends, our family, our husband, our children, and we do that because of our relationship with them, or our experiences that we've had with them, our friendship, the way that they've helped us and do every day. And we don't really need to be taught to love our friends or our family. It comes naturally to us. And so you might be wondering, why did Jesus say, "This is my commandment"? It wasn't something optional that he was asking them to do. It was a command. Well, maybe I think we're all the same in this. What about people that you don't get on so well with, that rub you up the wrong way? They've done something against you, to harm you, to hurt you. I think it's certainly true of all of us that we don't naturally love people like that. We want to get our own revenge on them and to sort them out, sometimes we would say. And it's very difficult to honestly say before God that we would love them. And that's what makes the difference between God and ourselves in terms of his love. His love is not influenced by circumstances. God's love isn't. God's love goes out to the whole world. So one of the most famous Bible verses says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son." This is the proof and evidence and demonstration of God's love to the world, that he gave his Son, Jesus Christ. Now, that verse in our April calendar, it's not just a theoretical verse. It needs to be practiced and it needs to be understood. And Jesus wasn't just saying words. You know, we can be guilty sometimes of saying words and not following through, but not so with him. A few days after he spoke those words, "This is my commandment, that you love one another," he was going outside the walls of Jerusalem, that old city. He was going to be carrying his cross and he was going to be crucified in a matter of days. And so this statement wasn't just something to say when life was going well, when everything was great and cosy. It was something to live up to and to demonstrate. He was going to give his life for others. The punishment that's due to me, he was going to pay. The punishment that's due to you by you believing in him, he was going to pay. He was going to deal with the age-old question of sin when he died on the cross. And so before that, he was saying to his disciples, "This is my commandment. It's not optional. You need to love people. You need to show it in your life. This is what Christianity really is, and you're going to demonstrate it. It's not just a theory, a great statement to say, or a plaque to hang on a wall." And Jesus himself was going to show to the world his love. This is how, another Bible verse says, this is how we've come to understand the love of God, that he laid down his life for us. So this week, as we live our lives, how will this affect us? Jesus said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." The love of Jesus Christ is not in question. The challenge is to us as we live our lives. Our friends, our families, or maybe there's someone in our family we're not talking to, or we've got an issue with one of our friends. The challenge is for us is to show and demonstrate love and kindness. And the challenge for us is to come and know the God who is the God of love. And so Easter lies ahead of us, and think on these things through this week. Jesus said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you."